Well, what do you say, Holeheads? Good morning and welcome to the first of 3 sets of coverage that you will be hearing about throughout the course of the weekend for the American Cornhole organization. Here on opening day weekend, what better way to start than a triple play ACO Cornhole weekend? We come to you live from the South Bank of the Presque Isle Bay on the south side of Lake Erie here in Erie, Pennsylvania. Finn, the loudmouth for the ACO, going to be anchoring the coverage throughout the course of the weekend. Of course, we're also going to be in Peoria, and that one is being run by our buddy Ryan Jones. Mia Ray going to be handling the duties there. And ACO Las Vegas, the return to the Weston Lake. Aaron Candler running point out that way. And I believe Zero Bags will have some coverage for you at some point through the weekend as well. But for now, here we are on center court. It looks great here in the convention center. This Bayfront Convention Center is outstanding. And we're going to start the day with a couple of matches here in the Juniors Challenger Division. Mia and Keith Covert getting things underway, and as we have been over the course of the season 21, we're going to just let you hear some of the ambient sights and sounds, catch all of that here on the stream, again on the YouTube channel. If you haven't hit the subscribe button, make sure that you do that so that you are notified when we go live, as we just have. So once again, here from the Bayfront Convention Center, Erie, Pennsylvania, the Erie Major is underway. Of course it was right at 9 o'clock sharp, because it's being run by Chris Clark, and it runs like clockwork when he and April take care of the show as well. So enjoy the coverage through the course of the day. We'll be back with live commentary throughout the afternoon. Juniors, seniors, women's, co-ed. I know we're going to have a monster blind draw coming up here at 11 o'clock, which we'll keep you updated on all that as well. But again, Juniors Challenger getting us underway here, as it always does, to open a big ACO Major weekend from Erie, Pennsylvania on the ACO Digital Network.
started on 29, 30, 31, and 32. If you're in that little blind draw, we'll start in about 2 minutes. A little single blind draw starts in about 2 minutes.
All right, well, welcome back to Center Court here in Erie, Pennsylvania. The American Cornhole Organization, Erie Major. Finn, the loudmouth for the ACO. Hey, congratulations to Hayden Parlett throwing those Renegade Crossfires a little while ago. Double-dipped Keith Covert in the Juniors Challenger Final. You got the chance to check that out if your eyeballs were working. In the meantime, we're in the losers bracket final right now of the Juniors Premier Division, and a couple of names you know that probably seem pretty familiar to you over the last few weeks and in some cases the last few years. That would be Isaac Hurt getting ready to battle the unflappable Coyote Rogers for the losers bracket final to square off against Bryce Jefferson, who just a little bit ago knocked Isaac into the losers bracket 21-18 after almost 30 rounds. So Bryce holds the king seat, so these two will get underway. Taters will be exchanged. And we have our first pitch out of the right hand of Coyote Rogers. Pulls it just a little bit to the left. That long arm swing lays the perfect blocker down for Isaac. We'll run these couple out here. Then we'll should have a women's division final coming up soon. I'll bring you some of those results from the women's bracket and seniors underway as well. Big day here in Erie. One of 3 majors going on around the nation here for the ACO. That one got away from Coyote just a little bit. Kicks it out to the right. Nice collect right there. Throwing those big D bags is Isaac with that big D energy, dropping in a nice pickup. Opportunity to put and he lets him off the hook just a little bit. That's going to be a 10-on-7 to get us started here. So a 3 spot on the board, and yeah, we're not only are we here in Erie, Pennsylvania, but this weekend we find ourselves in Peoria, Illinois, and also in Las Vegas. The return to the Las Vegas venue that we just got started a couple of years ago there at the Weston Lake, or actually earlier this season. I take that back. I apologize. Yeah, earlier this season, the Weston Lake. Aaron Candler out there, the DOG. Running point on that one as a few folks gather around center court. Have not seen Becky Hurt in quite some time. She said she hadn't been to a cornhole tournament since September. And that's hard to believe that that's been nearly 7 months ago that we had seen her. Isaac comes in to try to hot spot one and run everything through. Not able to gather any purchase whatsoever, but Coyote lets him off the hook there. Chris Clark running point on the PA. You'll hear him in the background throughout the course of the weekend. As Coyote picks up a couple right now to cut the lead just to 1. Chris Clark, April Clemens here. Tammy and Junior Williams making it happen. Mike and Mary Schaefer here as part of the crew. Spread all over the country this weekend for the ACO. If you've got your ears on or you got something you want to say, throw something down into the comments on the YouTube channel. I think that we decided to forego Facebook, right? Yeah, we're not going to do Facebook because they just continue to change the way they want things done, and ultimately we think it's a better viewing experience for you on the YouTube channel anyway. So as we continue the battle to get back towards the reigning king seat holder right now, that's Bryce Jefferson. Isaac Hurt, Coyote Rogers. Continue to do battle. Isaac with the early 3-1 or 3-2 lead as we head into round 4. A couple of Washingtons there. Thank you, Mr. Ballard. A lot of work going down here on the Presque Isle Bayfront in Erie, Pennsylvania. We're kind of nestled amongst, you could probably triangulate, I guess, between here, Cleveland. I think Cleveland about 120 miles away, Buffalo about 90, and Pittsburgh. Or Pittsburgh's about 120 south. 80 miles from Buffalo, 90 miles from Cleveland, so you got to get a sense of where we are here on Presque Isle, South Shore, south of Lake Erie. Presque Isle being French for almost an island, as the peninsula sticks out there, provides some beachfront property. Your bags thumping around the room. It's a nice room here for this convention center. It's got a lot of great space to it and connects to a bunch of hotels, walkways. It was nice to have that walkway this morning. I tell you that, the wind coming off the water in 38 wet degrees. It seemed more like 3.8 degrees here. And then I saw a photo from Candler in Vegas where I believe it's going to be a dry 96 today. So these two continue to heat things up on center court. Again, Finn, the loudmouth for the ACO, American Cornhole Organization. We'll have some different reminders through the course of the weekend for you, but if you were planning on being part of our Punta Gorda Gulf Coast Classic this summer, which typically runs toward the middle to the end of June, that has been postponed until the June 17, 18, 19 window of 2027, as Coyote Rogers is going to be the beneficiary there of a very low brute force bag that Isaac was trying to launch up there to bar a soap. Coyote's going to try it again, and he ends up putting two in there, dropping one in on top of his. So right now we're looking at, what, 7 on a couple of sevens. Oh, and that one's going to drop in on top, so that should be a 10 on 7 if my eyes do not deceive me. But again, the Punta Gorda Gulf Coast Classic has been postponed to 2027. Still Twisted Forks, still the 4 Point Sheridan in the Punta Gorda, Florida area. So make plans well in advance to be a part of that one. That was a lot of fun. It's not a points-earning tournament, just one for fun, 3 days. Great stuff, starting later in the afternoon, so you have an opportunity to get out and explore what's going on around and about the Punta Gorda area. Lots of good stuff to see and lots of good stuff, plenty of beachfront. And it's just a lot of fun. I had the opportunity to go last June? It was so much fun, I don't remember, which proves I had a great time. It was last summer, wasn't it? No. Yes. Yes, it was. Coyote's got it surrounded. Is Isaac going to help him out? No, he is not. So he's going to put a 12 on 6 and hang that on him right there to increase his lead to 13-5. Again, congratulations to Hayden Parlett throwing the Renegade Crossfires earlier. Double-dipped Keith Covert, 21-14 and 21-7. And the Juniors Challenger Division, we are currently eyeballing the Juniors Premier Division as Bryce Jefferson awaits in the King's seat. He will have to be double-dipped in that final. Let me go back here and take a look at what's happening in the Women's Division. I'll give you an update as to what's happening there. Hop into that bracket. You're always welcome to check out those brackets on your own in Scoreholio. Right now, the queen seat holder in the women's division is Cheyenne Bubenheim, who took Martina Bell 21-2 to bounce Martina to the lower half of the bracket. Angie Bryant and Jamie Smith currently fighting it out. Angie up 20-2, and McKenna Kopp right now up 19-4 over Jordan Kirk. So the Jamie and Jordan pairing who we saw rolling in here this morning. So what are you guys doing here? They said, yeah, we drove halfway across the country to be here. Always glad to see those smiling faces in the building. But Cheyenne Bubenheim awaits in the queen seat in the women's division, and we'll have that for you here on center court as well. I'll take a look at seniors as the two of these guys spray bags all over the arena in that frame. Looks like once it's all sorted out, yeah, that's going to be a 6-2. That's going to be a PPR killer, but I don't think these guys are in it right now for the PPR. The seniors division right now, Kevin Cook and Bob Vaunch battling to get to the King's seat in seniors. Vaunch up 18-17 in that one. And the losers bracket is plugging along. I see some familiar names there. Mick Hoaxang's awaiting the winner of Matt Zoman. And bear with me here 1 second. I'm going to increase the size of the letters on my screen because I'm an old man now. John Barnes is up 9-12 over Matt Zollman. And again, Mick Hoaxanger awaits the winner of that one. Tracy Hartzell down 20-19 to Rex Uhrig. Rich Kyle awaits that one. Speaking of Rich Kyle, Rich Pyle and Tracy Pyle are here getting set up, finishing touches on Whole Nation. So you have some features brought to you from Erie here on that one as well. Isaac hangs a 12 on 10 right now to increase his lead over Coyote 15-9. And that should bring you up to speed as to what's happening around the arena here in the Bayfront Convention Center. A little one on layaway there at the 9 o'clock position there for the Big D throwing Isaac Hurt. I want to say Coyote throws high rollers. He didn't come over and tell me, but based on the hoodie that he was wearing when we scared the piss out of him literally at a rest stop on the way up 71. I think it's high rollers. What are these two people independently saying hello to me in the restroom at a gas station for somewhere in the middle of nowhere on I-71? Shout out to you if you're up and about, if you're working. Hopefully you didn't have to fly anywhere today. Hopefully that nonsense is all getting worked out for make sure TSA employees are getting paid the way they should be no matter what happens. Coyote steps out, comes in slick side down to try to collect, and collects one of each. But that's going to put him, I think, a 9 on 8, so Isaac will pick one up there. You're taking a look at a new graphics package that we're working with here, just to give you a little taste test drive of what this looks like, give you a little bit of a highlighted feel for what's happening on center court. Cool stuff that's continuing to be part of the innovative package, if you will. With the ACO always trying to make the experience better, not just for the players, but for those of you checking things out at home. Like I said, if you're working and you've got us on the side screen, love having you along for the ride. As always, the best seats in the house, hopefully, are yours as these guys continue banging it out. But Isaac is starting to pull away just a little bit, doubled up now on Coyote, 18-9 here in the Juniors Challenger Division. Hayden Parlett took the Juniors. I'm sorry, Juniors Challenger was Hayden Parlett. The Juniors Premier is where we find ourselves right now. I see Rex out there, just Isaac's dad is out there throwing some bags, keeping what might be Isaac's opponent warm here as he sits in the king seat. One Bryce Jefferson. And that's going to leave one sit up a little bit out in left center. That'll put a couple more back in the pocket. Coyote Rogers will be able to crack double figures there and tighten that deficit up just a little bit, 18-11. I don't know if Isaac's going for broke here or what, if he's going to try to come in and collect two, which he typically does. He's going to give another couple back to Coyote there. We're going to have to get Becky to put a little oil on that rocking chair. You hear that? Hang on. I thought it was something to do with one of the microphones, but once she starts rocking again, you'll hear that squeak. Yeah, these are the problems that they don't have to deal with at, say, the Masters. Yeah, and that shows you how good these microphones are or how loud that squeak is. Nevertheless, we'll get that addressed here. Bryce Jefferson awaits the winner of this match, 18-13. Isaac hurt. Yeah, we'll find some. In between games, do you really? All right, in between games, we'll go track some down and get that taken care of. Welcome, friends, to the Masters and the squeaky chair on the 17th. Thanks to Zach's Graphics, who are set up here in-house. Average Joe's Cornhole. Good to see Eric and Anne-Marie Teschler here. Why So Serious Cornhole getting set up right now as well, all in-house here vending their wares. Zach's Graphics. First time I've met Zach and Sam and Noah, their little one. They're here with their ACO approved bags, their tent all set up. Oh, that one came in gangbusters. Yeah. Can you hear it? Do you hear it? We got some WD-40 in the car. We're going to go get it. It's crazy how much it's coming through. Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, you can't help it, Rock, but we'll get you some WD-40. It was making me crazy trying to figure it out. And that did it. All right, Isaac Hurt during all of that takes it 21-13. You'll find him here on center court facing off against Bryce Jefferson in what is a double dip situation as Bryce sits with his ruthless bags in the king's seat. Nicely played by Coyote Rogers, though, and I expect to see his name popping up throughout the rest of the afternoon. Ruthless? Oh, the CBC. Oh, I was wondering why you had the shirt on. That's the only The CBC Predators. I should have known better, yeah. All right, so CBC. Predators. And the big D coming out of the right claw of Isaac Hurt. Juniors premier final here at center court, the Bayfront Convention Center, Erie, Pennsylvania. Finn, the loudmouth for the ACO, glad to have you with us this morning. I'm going to bring up the YouTube channel and find out who's watching from where. Let's get a little bit of it on us. How about that? My man, the Mississippi Ninja. I'm not sure if he's playing somewhere. Is he out? Do we know if he's out playing? And did he head to Vegas? If I was him, I would have. I don't think he went to Peoria. But we'll see him soon enough in Shreveport, because next weekend this time we'll be underway with the Shreveport-Bossier Major, Shreveport, Louisiana, and that is not only a Season 21 Major, but it is our third Pro Series Skins Extravaganza, an opportunity for the pros to roll in, throw to get into that final bracket of 16 and be part of what will be an awesome final kind of speed cornhole bracket for $5,000 in prize money. Taters exchanged here on center court. And that first bag lays a little bit low to the right. What do you say, Stevie? Good to see you throwing yourself down there into the comments. Louie from Virginia. Let's go Bagley. What up, Craig? Good to see you, my friend. What time is it there? I think it's 3:42 in the afternoon over in Scotland. Jamal, there's Phil. I see him there. Where are you at, Phil? Are you playing this weekend somewhere? Throughout the course of the day today and the day tomorrow, you have plenty of commentary here from center court. Your eyeballs will take care of a lot of the business. We'll be here to service your earballs when we get down to it in each of the divisions. And again, this juniors premier final will be followed by the women's final matches leading up to the championship. Again, Cheyenne Bubenheim holds the queen's seat in the women's division, and to go back and take a look at the seniors again, see where we stand in that bracket, give you an idea of what's happening with regard to who has captured the king's seat there. Bob Vaunch, saw him exchanging high fives a little bit ago. That should have made perfect sense to me that That was the case. He took Kevin Cook down 21-19 to grab that king seat. And Matt Zollman, I think he came back against John Barnes, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, finished him 21-14. Mick Hoaxang here getting ready to square off with Lynn Miller, awaiting the winner of that. Rex Uhrig still playing, up 15-2 over Rich Kyle. Frank Gears now awaits the winner of that one. Impossible. Gears took down David Phillips 21-20 to get there, and Eric Moore awaits the winner of all of that right there as these two continue on center court in the finals for Juniors Premier. That'll be a 12-on-10 right there, so that'll buy a couple back for Isaac after a 12-8 first frame. Philip Barnett is indeed in Vegas. That's what I thought. Thought he had told me he was doing that. So give a high five to the DOG, to Candler while you're out there. That folk, Michael Mann, I believe, is out that way as well. Our boy William Howell making an appearance. The only guy who can get in the pool and then dry himself off with his own body-length beard. Bryce comes in very nicely done. Sticky side down, but enough momentum there to get that one to fall in behind. Isaac's going to do what he typically does, goes in and tries to collect, but he's got one left, so he should be able to pull that one unless Bryce does him a favor and pulls it for him. Throwing those CBC Predators, I believe he said it was. Slick side down, come in to collect them both. Oh, and that one's sitting sticky side there, pinched up on the corner of the hole, as Phil likes to say. Bryce going to try to sneak around and leave it there, and he does. Wow, good shot to leave that there. So that's going to be a 12-on-10, and that puts another pair in the pocket of the king seed holder. Joe says, is this a rematch of the season 20 Juniors Championship where Isaac hit 59 out of 60 for the win? Sure. That was a beauty. Wasn't that the one? How many did we determine he had made out of how many over the course of that? Over 2 championship matches, 95 out of 96. Yeah, that's what I thought. Joe, you guys have a much better memory for this sort of thing. I barely remember what I had for dinner last night. Yeah. Oh, it was 4-bagger after 4-bagger after. I remember that. I don't remember the final numbers, but I do remember it was just it was an absolute shootout. Basically the same challenge here for Isaac as it was last time, is to try to grab that one from the right-hand side. Oh, this time he goes for the airmail drag and misses it. That's going to cost him. That's a 12-on-7. That'll be a 5 spot. Go over here and try to give you some other insights from some different matches here as the game continues. And yeah, you look at that score and you say 11-2, that's impossible, but it is possible based on a 12-8 from Bryce, a 12-10 from Isaac, a 12-10 from Bryce, and then a 12-7 in that last one right there. And Bryce has done him a favor and put one, looks like, off the back side there on these very patriotic red, white, and blue, brand spanking new pitch pads here on center court. Yeah, Isaac hadn't been playing a lot of defense there, Lou. He came in there and cleaned everything up, so he'll go ahead and take a, what was that, a 3? Yeah, 12-on-9, 3 spot there with one off the back. I thought maybe there might have been a second one hanging off the back there, but the monitor was in my way. No, sir. Craig getting ready to head, a host of folks from this side of the pond getting ready to head over to the ACO Europe Major. Some familiar faces. Some, I do believe the Mississippi Ninja is going to be making his first appearance at the ACO Europe Major as well. Tell you what, Bryce Jefferson is somebody you've heard Philip and I talk about time and time again for all sorts of different reasons over the last couple of years. Great collection right there, coming in slick side down to gather and leave one out of play. Ooh, and that could be a problem there. It's going to stack up and, yeah, kind of put one up there to pinch next to it. He's going to decision to make slick side down with that Predator. Coming in hot, try to come in and make some noise, and he gets one to drop. So 10 on 8. That'll be a 2 spot to add to the tally for Isaac Hurt. But to my earlier point, Bryce is one of those players we've literally, both of these guys, we've watched them grow up in the ACO and all in every sense of the word. And Bryce has really got his throw and his concentration dialed in. He seems to have brought everything kind of interior and under control and throws a nice bag, consistent bag. Wide open spaces, blank canvas to play with, and they continue to brush their way toward the center spot of the hole. Doesn't get any simpler than that. You talk to any cornhole player, no matter how good or whatever level of skill, they'll all tell you the same thing. You put the bag in the hole, you're going to be hard to beat. And you're right, earlier, I think it was Lou said something to the effect of Isaac not playing a lot of defense, known for that low block and then that heavy push to gather both. He's changed a lot of his strategy over the last couple of years, not just with his bag choices, but also with the order within which he lets his bags fly. Yeah, Zach, Bryce has been throwing well. Good to see him finding his rhythm again. And I don't know, I mean, you guys obviously are playing shoulder to shoulder around the country at regionals and whatnot, but I haven't been to a major since the super major in Owensboro, and felt like he had his game locked in pretty well, but things come and go over the course of the season. I do know that, but a lot kind of steadier vibe just in general with Bryce. Temper not as much of an issue as it might have been over the handful of years prior, as players continue to roll in. Getting ready for the big blind, the monster big blind draw actually starts here in about 9 minutes. Still have a women's final, seniors to get to, co-ed, blind draw quads, big blind draw. Lots of action still to go here today and in Peoria and in Las Vegas, a triple dip opening day weekend around the country. As a Washington has them knotted there for the frame, but an 11-7 advantage to Bryce Jefferson. I do see a young man here with a TV camera and a coat and tie on that he looks very comfortable in. So we know we've got somebody watching from Scotland. We know we've got folks watching from Virginia. I know my man Philip Barnett's out checking it out from the high desert. Where are you watching from? Curious to see where you've got us streamed. Do you have us? Maybe you own a – oh, look at that. That was a slow motion cleanup right there of every single thing on the board. I don't know, maybe you own a brew distillery or something, and you've got us up on the big screen perhaps as you're brewing and distilling all over. An opportunity to thank the official whiskey of Cornhole. That would be Notorious 397 and American Pacific Mortgage. Erica Bloomer, as these two nod at 10 again, another Washington. Buyingwithbloomer.com. She is not only a member of the ACO family as a bag partner, but also happy to get you hooked up if you want to finance your first home, your next home, or refinance your current home, knock a couple grand off your closing costs, or who knows, help you finance any and everything you might be looking to finance. Buyingwithbloomer.com. Reach out to Erica and let her know you appreciate her being a big part of the ACO family as well, as these two continue to slug it out. So Presque Isle, Michigan, Hawk, because we're in Presque Isle, Pennsylvania. Almost an island, as they say en français. Oh, that's en anglais. Actually, en français would be Presque Isle. That one got away from Isaac and kicked well to the left, the sideboard. Coming in hot to try to collect and leaves one sitting up top. So he's right now holding on to a 5 spot. Is that going to be a 10 on 5? Yeah, it is. Yes, sir. That's going to take things into a different form of focus right there with 16-7. Again, Bryce Jefferson, he's a one and done here. He holds the king seat. All he has to do is win this one, and he will be our juniors' premier champion here. Cheyenne Bubenheim awaits a challenger as she holds the queen's seat for the women's division. I see her sitting across the way talking with Coyote Rogers. They're talking strategy, if you will, where to lock that thumb in a bag. Punk, Central New York, love it. Folks from Average Joe's made it here. They said getting off Long Island was the hardest part of their trip. Everything else seemed to work just fine as a 12-10 puts a couple more back in the pocket of Isaac Hurt. But, yeah, glad to have Average Joe's here. They're running point on that major coming up here at Pickleball Heaven. And they were saying, when do folks normally sign up for those things? And we said, yeah, you're fine. You're a month out. You're good. Within a couple of weeks, you'll start to see those numbers climb. And good to have another Northeastern major to look forward to. That Pickleball Heaven looks like a fantastic venue, as a matter of fact. Here they pronounce it as the French would. Isle becomes eel, so presqu'île. Well, it should be presque, right? I think that's French for almost, presque. I took 4 years of French. I barely remember any of it, but I feel like that was it. Oh, nice get-around bag right there from Isaac coming left to right. Still doesn't seem too happy to be down by 7, but he knows what he wants to do. Nice blocker there. That'll force another one of those. And he comes in low, and I can't tell if he's got one left or not. Bryce going to come in and try to smash that one through, so that'll be a 10 on 7. So that'll crack double figures now for Isaac. So it cuts that deficit, 16-12. Yeah, presque was when people said, do you speak French? Parlez-vous français? I would say un petit peu, which means a little bit, or presque, it means almost. But I'm sure that was out of context. Yeah, I think I asked ChatGPT for the proper pronunciation of presqu'île here. Little peninsula kind of separating us from the south shore of Lake Erie, about 2/3 of the way up the coast from Toledo, actually toward Buffalo. If that gives you a sense of where we are in Pennsylvania. The proverbial big old pile of mess occupies the front of the hole. There might just be a little get-around spot there on the left side of that pile. He's going to try to cut it, kind of reverse cut back in there, but it kicks off the back. Isaac wants to go down and take a look. Makes perfect sense. Good look at the board. I like the camera setup. It looks really good. These guys in round 13, they had a battle earlier. The one that put Isaac down into the lower half of the bracket went nearly 30 rounds, I do believe. He went down and assessed what it is. He's coming in hot, going to blow it all up, and he gets a couple to drop in there with one bag left to go, one off the backside. Good opportunity, nicely played there by Isaac. So that's going to be, what, a 8 on 6. Oh, 8 on 7. I take that back. He had one sitting up top, yeah. All right, so 16-13. Isaac Hertz is a not so fast young Skywalker. Nice little hop, skip, and a jump there from Isaac. Replacement bag here. He's just going to back that one up a little bit. Isaac content to make that a much more difficult kind of push. Oh, he's going to try to hop up and over, and that one should go. It is slick side down and laying in weight. I just got a tough decision here because whatever he does, it could be a big boon here for Bryce. He kind of try to just play a block. Oh, he's going to try to cut it up and over, and he sits it up on top. That's smartly played there because that makes all of those much more difficult to get. And with one down, he's sitting on a 6-on-3. Bryce come down to look and see what kind of real estate he's got there in the mini manhole. Figure out if he can come in there and drain them all. This would be one I would ultimately love to see from above in slow motion one day. If he's able to pull this one down, he would probably likely take Isaacs with him. I just don't know if there's enough vertical to bring the force to get them all down. He's looking at, he's got it. Looks like he wants to take another timeout. He's taking both of his timeouts in the same round. No, this would be a big one for him if he'd able to knock those down, even if he left two of Isaac's up top. But I just don't know if there's enough. I'm no scientist. If there's enough force to be done in a show of sportsmanship, Isaac says, well, let's see what happens there, fella. Little tug on the right tog. Bag spins. The brain continues to spin. The thumb is set. The arm is swung. He's going to come up over top and try to get him. Oh, and he did just that. He was not able to take the bag down with him, so that's going to be a 9-on-8. That'll be a single spot there, but that was a gutsy shot and well executed there by Bryce Jefferson. That takes him to 17. He definitely thought that one through. I do not believe there is a live stream in Peoria this weekend, and I do believe Zero Bags is going to be running point on some streaming out of Vegas a little bit later on, so we'll find out from Sean what the status is there. I can only speak right now to what we've got going on here, and that would be Juniors Premier, center court. Bag for bag kind of reset here after all that thinking. Again, congratulations to Hayden Barlett. Oh, and that one does tumble back in off the backside. Hayden Barlett throwing those renegade crossfires earlier, double-dipped Keith Covert in the Juniors Challenger. Only a couple of players there in the Challenger, but we have seen that one begin to build the way that we have seen over the years. Our co-ed division continue to grow, and it's good to see the Juniors Challengers coming in and finding a way to assimilate themselves into that level of competition that the Juniors Premier does allow. Saw Kendall Cox had a nice run in the women's. I'll see if I can go back and find out for you who was on a collision course with Cheyenne Bubenheim, who holds the queen seat. Get into this final bracket as Isaac has one up and out of play right now that he's not going to be able to retrieve. McKenna Kopp and Martina Belt are ready to set for the women's loser bracket final. Cheyenne Bubenheim awaits the winner of that. Oh, up and over, and he tried to, I'm 100% sure what he tried to do right there, but this is going to be a 10-on-8, so that's going to put Bryce up on 19, one step closer. Let's take a look while they gather their weaponry here and see what's going on in the seniors division. We mentioned Bob Vonch holds the king seat there. Mick Hoaksang and Lynn Miller getting ready to battle it out in the lower half of the bracket. Rex Urick up 8-2 over Eric Moore, and those are the only two active games in the seniors division as they work their way towards it. Somebody was able to get Frank Gears out of there. I don't know who it was. Was it Rex Urick? Was it Rex who knocked you out? You don't want to talk about it? Is that 0 a misprint or is that an actual 0? That's an actual 0. I know. That sucks. That dude just handed me money and I just made fun of him. Ooh, concession stands open. There you go. Ready to rock and roll by 11 o'clock. 17-13 becomes 19-13. That's crazy. I think I kind of like that right there. Bryce was fairly certain that Isaac was going to get that last bag in there, so he just went ahead and posted it to get a 19-13. I don't know if that's sportsmanship or just knowledge of the brand. Yeah, he did. He had a good run. He beat David Jones. Then he beat Mike Sifford, and then he beat Dave Phillips, and Rex Urick ended up being his kryptonite there, but nicely done. I think he's been playing pretty well. Is he tied for 7th? All right. He's been playing pretty well, and he's got a smile on his face, which is more than I can say about yesterday. It was more of a grimace. A little opening here for Isaac to come in here and clean things up, and he does. Got one bag left to go. Slick side down, a little collection here from Bryce. Oh, boy, now the opportunity exists to cut right to left, which has, and he squanders that opportunity. That would have been a beauty. That would have been a 12-on-6. As it stands now, a 9-on-6. Boy, it could have taken it to a knotted 19, but instead it takes it to 19-16. I feel like he rushed that one. Maybe, I don't know. I think if Phil was here, he would agree with me on that one. He rushed it. Again, thanks to those of you who are contributing to the comments. I'll do my best to acknowledge those who are paying attention. At some point, there's a good chance that you might be paying more attention than I am. Oh, John Scott was throwing stuff up live on Facebook from Peoria, so you may find some players throwing some individual courts up there. There's just no stream team there across the 3 weekends. Vegas will ideally have some content coming to you from Zero Bags. We made our way northeast to be here in Erie. Double 4-bagger. The only person I have here to toast is myself, but that's okay. A couple 100 sets of eyeballs on us already this early in the morning. Curious what you're doing. Are you working this Friday? Are you doing a work from home kind of deal? Hopefully you're not sitting in an airport terminal, or, well, hopefully you are sitting in the terminal and not out in the middle of the parking lot waiting 4 hours to get through security just in time to miss your flight. Congratulations to Hayden Parlett. Won the Juniors Challenger a little bit ago. Nice little hop, skip, and a jump attempt there from Isaac. I think leaving that bag there as a blocker, but I think he was kind of hoping to do that while getting up and over it. And Bryce says, whatever. All right, I can do that. Force you to come in hot if you want to try to collect everything. He's going to spin this thing with slick side down and come in low, blow it up. Oh, and he drops one, and he does put both of Bryce's out of play and leave one in a potential go-get. In fact, I don't think he can get that one up there at 11 o'clock, but I think that 9, 10 o'clock bag is in play, and I think that helps it, actually. This is a great opportunity here for Isaac with 1 down and 2 up, so right now it's a 5-on-3. Going to come in, try to collect both. Oh, and he drops both of those off the back, so right now it's a 5-on-2. Just an opportunity to tie things up with one up in the middle, and he leaves it off, so that's going to be a 5-on-3. That'll put 18 points, cutting that deficit now just to 1. But again, Bryce in the king seat, he'd have to be double dipped. So there's lots of drama still yet to play out here on center court in Erie at the Bayfront Convention Center. Solid up the middle. I see our man Keith Jackson sitting across the way over there. There's a little bit of an attempted defense that just gets Zamboni'd away. Double four-bagger. It's might be what you'd expect to see as these two reset now that it's tightened down. I mean, there was a significant deficit just a couple of frames ago. So right now this is where we'll find out about some of that mental fortitude we talked about with regard to the development of these guys from juniors into some of the most mature players on the circuit. M. Stu B working from home today. Good deal. Clearly working very hard. I admire that ethic. I'm working from my home away from home. Wherever this headset goes, I go. Isaac wants to go down and see exactly what he's up against there. Is he able to get underneath this? Drop two, pop one. Having a word with his internal coach. Gonna step over now and take a look at it from the other side, like he's lining up a putt. Mick Hoaxang and Lynn Miller knotted at 2 in the lower half of the seniors bracket. Rex Urig awaits the winner of that one after having dispatched with Eric Moore, 21-2. And then Kevin Cook awaits the winner of that. Oh, and he came in and tried to get that bar of soap, and he put one out close to Buffalo on the backside there. Nice, solid, consistent bag, little blocker bag to keep him from trying to do that again. Not just going to make it so easy for him. Oh, nice tumble bag up over top. That one just sits on layaway. Even sticky side down, cut right up and over the top. Man, Isaac says, well, I didn't want to do that, but you're welcome. Oh, and a nice get around right there. So I think, is that going to finish it? Yeah, I think that's going to do it. Oh, no. Hang on a second. Oh, he's got the one off the back. So that is going to do it. So congratulations to Bryce Jefferson. He's going to take the juniors premier at 21-18 over Isaac Hurt. It was a one-and-done scenario as he held the king seat. So congratulations. Those CBC Predators got the job done. Isaac Hurt will be content. Well, not content, but have to be content with second. Martina Belt congratulating her boy. Just grabbed himself a juniors Premier Division championship. So we're going to roll, I think, with the women's. We're going to get ourselves into the women's final here, I believe. Elimination final in the women's. Very good. So we'll see Martina Belt. She rolled up at an opportune time to not only congratulate Bryce, but now to face off against McKenna Kopp right now in the women's losers bracket elimination final. So we'll continue on here center court. Erie, Pennsylvania. Again, the south bank of Presque Isle Bay on the south side of Lake Erie. Presque Isle, almost an island, the little peninsula that juts out there. And if you do the kind of check into your history, this is a pretty important shipping port, building and shipping port, as an access point to Lake Erie for the French way back in the day, hence all of the different French names that have been assigned around town. Commander Perry, we have met the enemy, and I think they are us, or we have them. We have met the enemy, and we have them, I believe was the famous quote. But there's a bicentennial tower out here dedicated to Commander Perry, and so much history right here on this part of the southern shore of Lake Erie. It's kind of cool to see. That's what I love about going to town and getting a day early to do a little exploration. McKenna Kopp, as you see, again, as a reminder, has one of the most unique throws in all of Cornhole, not just all of the ACO, all of Cornhole, as the two of these fine ladies will be doing battle to face off against Cheyenne Bubenheim, who holds the queen's seat right now. I believe she has abandoned her perch at center court and is now up warming up. Yep, I see her over there on court 6 warming up with Coyote Rogers, as a matter of fact, as McKenna Kopp continues to launch that knuckleball. Martina comes in with a nice black bag flight. Nice 63-degree angle that she comes in on with a spin, and yet another bag that just turns over and does exactly what she wants it to do. And as they finish their warm-up tosses, we'll take an opportunity again to welcome Why So Serious Cornhole, who are here vending their wares. Zach's Graphics, another veteran-owned business who's got the ACO-approved bags for sale. I think this is their first major, as a matter of fact. I think he and Sam told me that when they got here yesterday. Average Joe's Cornhole here from Long Island. They will be our hosts for the Pickleball Heaven Long Island Major. Looking forward to getting that first one under our belt as well. So they have yet to get started on this one. A couple more down and backs to get used to the center court board speed. And I believe we're looking at basement bags versus elite bags. One more down that way, and I do believe they will hit start game to get it underway. Again, congratulations to Bryce Jefferson. Took down Isaac Hurt in a one and done as he held the king's seat and took that juniors premier division championship. I do believe his championship photo has already been taken over my shoulder here, so you'll get to see his gleaming smile in the champions photos posted on Monday on our Facebook page. So congratulations to both he and Hayden Parlett for taking the top trophies in juniors. And women's, again, the elimination final about to get underway. It looks like they've hit start and are ready to fire. First bag comes out of the right hand of McKenna Kopp, and it tumbles its way toward the hole. Martina says, all right, I'll put one up here and I'll address that one later. McKenna says, oh yeah, I'm going to put one over here that I'm not going to be able to get to. And there it is. That would be the later we were discussing. Found that center back. Nice, consistent, easy start there for Martina. McKenna going to finish there with her 10. Martina very smoothly puts in that 4-bagger, so it'll be a 12 on 10 to get us underway. Martina Belt jumps out to an early 2-0 lead. That frame a little dirtier for both than the first. Suppose it would be appropriate that there'd be a couple snowmen built on a cold, wet day here in Erie. Couple pretty nice days, actually, for being up here and taking the lake effect wind. That little peninsula, I think, cuts that wind in half for us, so it wasn't too bad. We had a couple of nice days. Yesterday, the fog rolled in, and everybody just started singing the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. Because, I mean, honestly, once that fog rolls in, it is literally, as you've heard about, like pea soup. You can't see a foot in front of you. But today, wet and windy and cold outside. I know it's exactly the opposite in Vegas. Not sure. Probably somewhere in between in Peoria, as we are spanning the country this weekend to bring you American Cornhole Organization Major play, results, and action, as McKenna Kopp has this hole surrounded, and unfortunately not in maybe one gettable bag. If Martina is able to sneak in there, and she does, now if McKenna goes for this, she'll probably have to take Martinez with her, but she would be happy to do so. Well, she doesn't. She's going to leave that bag set up top, so it's going to be a 10-on-6, a 4-spot there to add to the tally for Martinez, holding a 6-0 lead early on in this one. And again, Cheyenne Bubenheim awaits in the queen seat, for those who are wondering. Get back here and see where we are in the seniors division. Again, Bob Vonch holds the king seat spot there, and Mick Hoaxang is jumping out all over. Lynn Miller 17-9. Rex Yerg awaits the winner of that one after having taken Eric Moore down 21-2. Kevin Cook awaits the winner there. All in service to getting back to Bob Vonch, who holds the king seat, and earlier saw him sitting around center court, but I'm guessing he is staying warm as McKenna tumbles one over the top and out of play. Martina has one bag left to come in and collect, and and she lets her off the hook. So an 8-on-7 right now. Up and over. Oh, and that's going to be a 10-on-8. So that's going to put McKenna on the scoreboard here. 6-2. I do appreciate the designs of these bags. It makes it much easier from here to figure out what the hell's going on. Let me know where you're watching from today. If you've got us on the YouTube channel, well, that's the only way you're seeing us, because that's where we are today. And glad to have you along for the ride. Finn, the loudmouth for the ACO, American Cornhole Organization. My man Philip Barnett, the Mississippi Ninja, now is out in Lost Wages. I knew if there was an opportunity to pick a casino over a waterfront, I knew where I'd find him. Kind of having a little trouble finding the center, and you need to have that hole control to be able to establish your game and your dominance, as I see over on court 6. Cheyenne Bubenheim continuing to stay warm against Coyote Rogers, which sounds different than it's meant to, as that's going to be another 10-on-8, but this time for Martina, so she'll grab those points back that were sacrificed in the previous round. First bag out of the right hand and right up Main Street. If you happen to be checking us out for the first time and you're watching the way these bag flights progress, not 100% sure that you can see the full knuckleball effect of the McKenna Kopp bag, but it is really something to behold, and she is able to control it, and it does what she wants it to do. In spite of everything your eyes tell you, the bag tells you in spades when you're watching. Nice collection right there. There it goes. All she's got to do is finish for the double 4-bagger, and she does. Taters Exchange go down to collect their bags. Kind of crazy the way the camera picks up the light coming in behind the behind that set of boards right there. When you look over there with your naked eye, you don't see it like that, but these cameras are pretty awesome. Martina's dialed in. Yeah. Well, I didn't say it was making it easy. It just it does a hell of a job of whatever it wants to do. Now McKenna's got a little real estate to work with up that middle, and Martina just nudged her bag a little bit further right of center, and McKenna did her no favors there. That looks like that is going to be a 12 on 10. Yes, indeedly do. It's going to be a 2 spot there to cut the lead to a half. 8 on 4. I see the folks for Kendall Cox's folks over there keeping a close eye on center court. They're going to be spending a lot of time around center court in the coming years, I do believe, sporting the RTP gear. I see Bryce Jefferson over there keeping Bob Vonch busy and keeping him warmed up and ready for that seniors final coming up here. We'll have co-ed this afternoon. We'll have the big blind draw, the blind draw quads. Tomorrow, doubles and singles. The monster blind draw is underway. I'll see if I can find any results for you on that as we transition over to the women's finals match here after this game. Louis says that I've seen people throw that knuckleball bag, and for me it's distracting. It should be. It's mind-boggling, to be honest with you. I don't understand how it works at all, but I do believe, oh, nice bag there, honestly, to clear her tools off the tool bench. McKenna, now this is not where you'd think she'd have a big, heavy push bag, the way she throws that knuckleball bag. But she's coming in hot. Oh, she does. That just, see what I'm saying? It defies logic. It defies, it clearly doesn't defy science. But that is going to be a 10 on 9. And that was a great shot by Martina, and even better follow-up from McKenna. Well done. And again, how it does what a bag that you would think you'd have to come in hot with a slick side down, how it does what it does with that knuckleball approach is beyond me. But you just saw it there firsthand. It is something to behold. And I feel like if I were to get started really trying to play competitively, I might lean in on her for some advice, because I don't know that I have the discipline to throw a nice level spinning bag. I feel like I would have a better, almost like a shot putter's feel to the way that I would throw as far as control. I've tried every stance, every step, 1 step, 2 step, no step, everything. I haven't gone to the Maggie Geiger 11-step twinkle toe Fred Flintstone bowling stance yet, but I don't think that's my problem. Martina's got space right to left there, but she wants to go down and take a look at it. Each of them have 1 down underneath. Martina holding an 8-5 edge here. Again, we are in the, I wouldn't say we're in the final home stretch. The home stretch really mid-April will be, she had to come in there hot to try to blast through that one. It was pinned down by McKenna's bag. Yeah, I know. Eyeballs is right, Daniel. What? She just continues to build that western wall. Now, you've been down there to see it. You don't need to see it again, but she's not going to step out. She's just going to come in and try to nudge it through. So each of them have 1 down. Each of them have 3 up. 6 on 6. Leaves it at 8-5. Some folks had some decisions to make, especially if they're in the northern part of the country. Were they going to make their way here to Erie, or were they going to go to Peoria? Although I'm not 100% sure exactly where Peoria sits in the state, but nevertheless, interesting to see the roll calls play out between the 2 major cities. Nice bag there from Martina to push it up a little bit closer. Hold'em dog wants to goo. Let's goo. There it is. Setting it up for the final cleanup. Martina's trying to decide if she wants to do it. Is she going to? Oh, is she waiting for him to go? Are they going to go? Achoo. Come in there and try to nudge him and leave one sit there. Oh, she just went ahead and cleaned it all up. Oof. That one hit low and stayed low. The cop flop bag. Hold 'em, dog. Yeah, that's not a bad. The cop flop. Although I don't think she would be appreciative of that. Yeah. A.K.A. DJ Skipworth. That's right. In honor of the Goo Master himself. 10 on 10. Washington's right there. Leave the score at 8-5. I'm going to get in here and see where we're at. Mick Hoaxang ended up dispatching Lynn Miller 21-3 and finds himself down to Rex Urig right now 2-0. Kevin Cook awaits the winner of that one. I'm going to pull this up over here too so I can get to multiple screens at once. Joined here by a man who went on a fairly impressive run earlier. What'd you have? 5 wins in a row? Did we read that right? 4 or 5 wins in a row?
No, Finn. That was 3. Should have been. I was thinking title game right there at the end, and I got it. I went down hard to Rex Urig, though.
Well, I was just busting your balls, but you had a really good run there, though. You had some good games in there.
I had one decent game and a couple of okay games, and then started really weak and tore it up in the middle and ended weak. So that's just the nature of my game, dude.
Well, remind me not to hire you to build any bridges. But we've seen now McKenna Kopp has kind of reversed fortune here and has put a 10-on-6 on Martina in that last frame to take a 9-8 lead and have that first bag out. But we've already seen some good stuff, man. Hayden Parlett took the Challenger division there, throwing Renegade Crossfires, took Keith Covert in a double dip, and then Bryce Jefferson only took him 1 to take down Isaac Hurt, 21-18. He was throwing, I think, the Predators from CBC.
So Isaac?
No, it was Bryce.
Take down.
Bryce won over Isaac, and and that was a one and done because he was in the king seat right there. He put Isaac in the losers bracket earlier in the morning. But
what did you say this game is right now?
Right now we're at 9-8.
And then what match is this?
This is the loser bracket final. So Cheyenne Bubenheim is over there. She was over there. Yeah, she's still working with Coyote Rogers, Stan Warm, and Bob Vaunch, who's sitting in the king seat for the men's or seniors division, is warming up with Bryce right now. He's awaiting the winner of, Mick Hoaxang and Rex right now are tied at 4. Then Kevin Cook awaits the winner of that in the losers bracket final. So this is all kind of playing out in perfect order. We got our juniors champs crowned. Our women's champ is coming soon, and then we'll follow with seniors and go from there. I haven't blasted things wide open there, so that'll be a 7-on-6. So Martina's still going to be able to pull one out of that. For whatever reason, this is one of those days where my brain is actually doing cornhole math.
Yeah, you're sounding solid, dude. I'm just here listening to the score, listening to you. 9-9 now.
I'm just making it up as I go. But for whatever reason, some days I look at it and I can't figure it out in my head to save my life. Today's one of those days that for whatever reason I can. And we were talking a little bit earlier about why so serious cornhole being in the house and Zach's Graphics. I think this is their first major, isn't it? This is their first one.
I believe it is. Yep. Sam and Zach from Zach's Graphics.
Yep. And their boy Noah was over there making sure everything was looking good.
Is that his name? I did not meet him to get his name. So.
Well, that's what's interesting, too. He's I think he looks like about maybe 4 or 5 years old, 5 years old. But when you go up and see Noah, I've been told he'll try to sell you 2 of everything.
Is that right?
So that makes sense. Average Joe's Cornhole. Average Joe's Cornhole's here. I see Eric and Anne Marie over there. And we were talking about the major coming up there in Pickleball Heaven there in the Long Island area.
Yeah, I was going to mention that. That's pretty exciting. I think that's later this April.
April, yeah, about a month from now. Oh, nice climbing rollover bag. Martinez even like, you got to be kidding me. That thing yodeled as it went over the top of the peak. And that leaves things, that was to get the double snowman to leave it tied at 9. But, so about a month away from Pickleball Heaven. That'll be a good test drive to see how we might be able to find more of those kind of places to play in over the course.
Well, 100%. I was just actually talking with Keith Jackson
You have to say it like this.
Pitts
Jackson.
From the Pittsburgh area. And he's doing quite a director and quite a program he's running up there. But, no, we're talking about trying to do a major with him in Pittsburgh, and we're working on a couple of venues out there. But he runs at the brewery up there.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's going to be like a similar setup if we can get that to happen as to the Long Island one that we're doing at Pickleball Heaven.
That'd be great. That'd be great.
But, we're going out to Cokewell here in Oregon. That's a similar type one. Majors float all different sizes. It really depends on how many courts we can get set up and things like that. We like majors to try to be, at least around the 100 range, but they can grow as high as 600-700 players, Finn.
Yeah, no doubt. And this is a great weekend. On opening day weekend, we decided to start with a triple play. So we're here in Erie, Peoria, and also
I love
in
that,
Vegas.
The triple play.
How about that? It's almost as if I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, we're out Peoria as a sellout, I believe. We got a good crowd out here in Erie and a decent crowd showing up out there in the Westin.
Yeah, the return to Vegas at the Westin Lake there in Las Vegas. Candler running point on that. I guess by contrast to the weather we're having here, he's got 95, and but it's a dry heat. Let me just tell you, this is a wet rain. That's what we have.
11-9, Martina grabbed a couple points there.
Yep, she did. They were kind of sprayed all over the place there in that last round, but she got it a couple added to the tally to break double figures, which is nice.
I think we got a couple Kings in the house this week, and I know I saw Isaac Hurd out there. I believe Jeremiah Ellis
is here.
Rolled in.
Yep, you always know when Jeremiah's here because he always comes up and says, hey, and then goes, hey, you got a plug I can use? I don't know that he's ever. I showed him this new phone charger that I got that you can kind of carry with you. He's like, I got to get me one of those. I'm like, yeah, you do.
Just like one of all my kids. Same thing. Particularly Max. His phone is never charged.
Never.
I'm like, dude, that should be your lifeline. That is your lifeline.
That is. Absolutely. Absolutely.
I think he just uses it as an excuse to hang up on me, though.
That's what
Dad, my phone's about ready to die. Oh, it is, right?
Yeah. But I would probably venture to say that anytime you have a new charger at the house, it's not there very long. It disappears into the Max vortex. Another double four bagger there, social. Congratulations to those of you who have something to toast. We have hundreds of sets of eyeballs already on the stream, which is awesome.
This is a big sports weekend, right? I mean, they got the NCAA basketball tournaments going on. We got, like you say, the triple header in ACO happening this weekend, and we got baseball doing their thing. Big weekend of sports.
Let's go back here and see. Yeah, a lot of folks are checking things out here. Good look. It really looks good up on the YouTube channel. Folks, our boy Craig's watching from Scotland. He's excited to have us there. Folks checking in from Central New York, Virginia, all over the place.
No, we might have to give Craig a special award for being one of our most dedicated eyeballs on the ACO. So, yep, shoot. Fast track into third season out in UK. Got some of the new equipment coming in. Finn, I don't know if I told you the story, but we had our equipment go up in flames.
Yes. Yeah.
Not funny. It's not funny. No. Why am I laughing?
It's not. No, the only reason I'm
sad.
laughing.
I think that's. I'm crying maybe.
Yes. The only reason I'm laughing is so I don't cry. But that we've had to deal with two fires. The one that cost us AJ's down in Texas.
I didn't even put that on the equation here.
We've dealt with hurricanes that have canceled Panama City Beach. We've dealt with snowstorms and ice storms that almost, it seems like it happens. It's like it knows we're coming and we just battle through. So the ACO stands for Fortitude, Exponential Fortitude. Nice bag there, get around there from Martina.
Already in round 17 here, 11-9. These players are good, dude.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, they're not messing around in it. And McKenna was having a tough time finding the center early on, but she did, and she had a hell of a cleanup down here in a bag that you would have thought would have had to have been a slick side down monster push, and she's somehow able to get that knuckle bag through all of them and collect them all. It was great, but that's going to cost her. What, 2? Yeah, Martina takes a 13-8 lead into this one. Mick Hoaxang on the seniors courts up 17-6 over Rex Urich. Kevin Cook awaits the winner of that for the elimination final. Bob Vaunch is looking at his phone over there to see when somebody might be ready to challenge his king seat spot, and all the boards are in use. I think the monster blind draw is underway. We've had a couple of sit and goes through the course of the morning, so everybody has got their cornhole fill.
Monster Cornhole does continue to grow, so excited about that. If you're just tuning in and running tournaments somewhere out there in the country and not really involved with the ACO much, Monster Cornhole is a way to have some fun with your players in your community. If you're running those tournaments, be a part of the 26,000 prizes.
Yeah, and again, anybody in any league, anywhere can play, and if you're running tournaments for us, you can add any monster tournaments that you'd like to any ACO event. The Cop Flop, as that has been nicknamed.
The Cop Flop?
Yeah, by Hold'em Dog. I don't know who that is. I don't know a lot of people's handles, but a double four-bagger certainly was welcomed by both players there as they continue. You mentioned it. They're already now getting into round, 19, I think? 19, round 19 coming up next.
Yep, 13-9.
Nice follow shot there by our folks in the truck. I like that. We've been messing around with some new framing and some new statistics and things that are happening. We're getting an education.
I love that.
On how all this comes to pass, but it's
looking good.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Let me get back to the seniors dashboard here so we can keep an eye on that. And get down into here and talk. Let's see, upcoming. Let's see. Let's go into seniors. Take a look at what's happening. Hoaxang and Uric on round 12 right now. Hoaxang holds a 19-8 lead. A couple of 8s right there to leave us where we were on 13-9. McKenna says I need a little go-go juice infusion. Oh, Jesse Hempy. I saw Barry earlier in the hotel. I see Jesse for the first time.
Good couple of people right there.
No doubt.
They got a traveling crew, not too far from home, really.
Yeah.
Jesse has her patented flip-flops on.
Oh, yeah.
So what we got to score here? 13-9 still?
Yeah, 13-9. Yep.
I don't know what the longest women's game we've ever had has been. That'll be something we'll have to figure out one of these days, how many rounds it's gone. 20 rounds is quite a few rounds.
Yeah, that's a bunch. That's a bunch, and only to be at 13-9. And there hasn't really been a big breakout frame or round, if you will. They're going to make a little board adjustment. I like these pitch pads, these bright red, white, and blue pads. Very cool. The room looks great. This is a perfect room.
Yeah, you got the bag partners out there. Why So Serious Cornhole. Check them out at WSSC or cornhole.com.
WSScornhole.com, yep.
Average Joe's cornhole.com.
Zach's Graphics, who will probably build a new tent with their web address on the outer edge. Got my 2-mile walk in this morning, but I did it all in the concourse here of the Bayfront Convention Center. I'll tell you something, and you can speak to this. We walked in. I can't say enough good things about this Marriott as these two just continue to duke it out. This Marriott, we walked in, and I'm like, man, is this place new? He goes, no, we've been here about 9 years. It looks new. It smells new. Everything about that hotel. And they've clearly asked and listened to feedback because, and Heinerman brought this up because we room together when we go. That's going to be a couple points there for McKenna. Yep, that'll be what is that, a 10 on 8? Yeah. The smartest thing they've done is they put the handle to the shower where you can turn the water on so you don't have to stand in there and get that blast of cold water on you. But the ergonomics and the layout of that bathroom are the best I've seen in any hotel, I think, ever. It's fantastic. So they asked for feedback. They listened to feedback. And I think they nailed it. Great hotel.
Yeah, I think the floor that we're on right now, Finn, is one of the floors that because I think they have been doing some renovations.
Redoing?
I think
Yeah.
that is newly done floors. But you're right. I've enjoyed the town. I mean,
Yeah,
we
State Street was
quite
cool.
a lot of fun on Wednesday night. Hanging out with our boy Devin, I think his name was,
Yep.
the local cat we ran into, and
Yep.
I forget all the places we went to, but it was quite a few.
Devin, well, he was just fixing to hang out at the bar with his fiancée, and we abducted him and made him drive us around town. And as Martina leaves one short there, it'll cost her a couple. There's a little bit of a back and forth battle now between the two. But yeah, well, it was funny because last time we went out to dinner and we were on State Street again, and you're like, we went there, 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 we went there. And then I got to the point, I'm like, you don't remember that we went there? Well, we had a good time. What's that, 5i?
5 Iron.
That 5-iron place? That was really a cool, it got those driving simulators, shuffleboard.
Yeah, that's a place I tried talking to them, and next year I'm going to definitely try to get them engaged with us, I think.
Yeah.
I would love to do a welcome bash there.
Yeah, that'd be fun. Oh, and that bag got away from McKenna just a little bit. She's still got 2 left.
15-13, favor of Martina at the moment.
Yeah, nice block right there to keep her from having any crazy ideas.
But broadcasting here from Erie, Pennsylvania.
Nice bag. Good roll bag.
There's your, what'd you call it, a flop cop?
The cop flop.
Cop flop.
I didn't call it that. Somebody smarter than me did. Credit where credit is due. Went to it. We found ourselves a little speakeasy accidentally, which was kind of cool. We'll show you some video of that on the Taco this coming Tuesday, where we invite you to, if you're out at any one and playing in any one of these 3 majors, make sure you fill out the surveys we send you. Then you are in the running for a free singles and doubles ticket. Oh boy, and she hammered that one just enough to drop 1 bag, but not enough to pull that second one. So that should be a 7 on 6. 8 on 6. She got 2 up. Yeah, 8 on 6.
17-13.
Mm-hmm. Again, Hayden Parlett, congratulations for taking the Juniors Challenger. Bryce Jefferson, Juniors Premier. Saw him trotting around with his trophy a little while ago. Mick Hoaxing and Kevin Cook now underway. A 12-8 in that first frame gives Mick the early 4-0 lead. Ultimately, we are going to be able to statistic you to death at some point here in Europe. But it's fascinating. It'll be fascinating. It won't just be numbers for the sake of numbers. It'll be storytelling, which is really what we want to be able to be all about here. I don't know that Martina's going to be able to go after that one and get it, but with a 4-point cushion, she's not going to have to worry about it, and that one just sits on layaway, forcing Martina to clean it all up. Oh, and that's nicely done. Mission accomplished. Thought she was just going to run through it. Opportunity to get a 12 on 8 and pick up a 4 spot, and that's exactly what happens, and we are tied again. 17 apiece.
Up.
Yes, sir. Oh. I had a laugh because earlier I was asking where you watching from, and I said M. Stewart B, working from home today. I don't know who that is. Margaret Bear goes, that's me. So she's got the Bruce Distillery rolling perhaps today. So, oh, that's secret me, she says. Well, not anymore. My bad. Oh, and there's a dirty bag down front right there. Let's see if McKenna will be able to fight that one off mentally, and if Martina will be able to take advantage of it physically, and that is a problem. 3 under, so that's a 9 on 4 right now. Yeah. All right, 9 on 7. She puts it in. It's over. I think that does it. All right.
And she inches back, and just
12.
like that, Martina takes care of business.
12 on 7 is going to take it to 21-17, and that is going to put Martina Belt in the final against Cheyenne Bubenheim, who holds the queen seat and has for about the last hour. So she's been staying over there getting warmed up. We will have that for you here on center court, so stay close. Congratulations, Martina Belt. Nicely done throwing those elite bags, and McKenna throwing basement bags, but now elite, I'm guessing, is going to be squaring off against What's Cheyenne's company? Is that is hers Hype?
No, Prime Time.
Prime Time. I think Hype. Okay. So the Prime Time versus the
Prime Time Live.
Elite. Prime Time Live. Couple of warm-up tosses, even though I know Cheyenne has been over there firing away with Coyote Rogers. And when all is said and done here, if Cheyenne's able to pull a one and done, she will be our women's champ. If she gives up the first one, she has to give up the ghost the second time to Martina, who will have the opportunity to double dip her, and then we will work into our seniors championship. Hoaxang holds an 8-0 lead over Kevin Cooks right now. Double four-bagger in their last round here for a little social.
Yeah, it appears that Mick is on a roll right now. He
Yep.
got knocked in that loser's bracket, and he's on a mission to get back to that title
he's
game.
not messing around. It just took a little bit longer to get through that for everybody in that seniors division to get through that. I see Jeremiah rolling over there, and what's that say? Boogeyman on the back of his. Interesting. It's the first time I've seen him in that jersey. I do see the concessions are open, though, so that's good news as well for those who wish to indulge.
Need to get them to get some happy hour prices over there.
Oh, really? I did notice on the menu there weren't any prices on the drinks. But buffalo chicken soup, classic pepperoni pizza. I tell you, this is a good town for pizza. I tell you that much. Sliders
good
and
pricing
tots.
on their food there.
Yep, chicken tenders, ultimate grilled cheese. I may put that to the test. Dippin' Dots, you know, that's the ice cream of the future. You know that? Dippin' Dots. Jumbo muffin, fruit cup. What's a fruit cup?
What's a fruit cup?
Apparently they've invented some foods over there. I see our boy Keith Jackson over there with his Iron City beer bag. You can tell he's from Pittsburgh. Hoaxang up 10-0 right now, and they have gotten underway. They're not messing around. Martina was warm from being here against McKenna. Cheyenne's been over there firing left and right. And a 10-10 Washington to get us started in round number one. You know, it's so funny to me, and maybe this is just, I don't know if just the way guys see things. We have so many women who look like they could all be related to each other. You know what I'm saying? There's just there is a look about a dedicated female cornhole player that just, for whatever reason, in our top echelon, they all just kind of look like they could be cousins or
Sisters
whatever. Yeah, sisters, in some cases twins, as they stack it all up here on the top of the board. Cheyenne, one of the more active social media players out there, usually showing you what she's got going on no matter where she is and what she's doing. She's going to go and just lay that up there and take the PPR killer, but take the point.
See, that's a smart play. That's how she needs to teach me how to play smart
How
like
to play
that.
with her brain.
Yeah.
A 4-on-3. So now we don't need the statistic.
Take your
thing
one
anymore.
and run.
Yeah, right. So what would you have done there then? Would you have tried to go up and over and
I would have tried to.
try the airmail?
No, I would have been smart and tried to board it.
Okay.
But
and then front boarded it?
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
That's exactly what happens. That's what frustrates me so
Just-
much, because when I decide to play smart, I end up.
Well, what they say the worst thing you can do is tell your partner just put it on the board?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so 2 primetime lives down, 2 up top. Oh, and
We're going to push on 8s.
she got 2. Martina has 2 underneath. I thought she had 3 up top. So
The snowmen's.
yeah, 2 snowmen. Yeah. Once again, those who are checking us out on the YouTube channel, glad to have you on a Friday. No matter where you are, we hope you're finding yourself comfortable or in a good groove. If you're at work, hopefully you're not sitting waiting to get to a flight that's going to be canceled or that you're going to miss. Although it does look like they made some headway on this TSA funding thing, either late last night or because the hardworking Congress is getting ready to go on another 2-week break. So They had to get something done, or I have a feeling some people were going to find some extra dog poop in their front yard in their neighborhoods.
Ooh,
And that one
Martina
just crawled off the back.
Positioned to grab herself some, and instead gives up a point
Cost
there.
a point, yep.
10 on 9.
Hoaxang up 12-2 over Kevin Cook right now after 9 rounds.
People keep strolling in, man.
Yep. And just when I say all the women players all look like they could be related, here comes Frick and Frack. Fellas look like they could be twin brothers.
Yeah, I tell you, up here it's going to be pretty cool in Erie, though, as soon as they get done developing all this
Bayfront stuff.
Bayfront area.
Well, I'll tell you what, this has got big dig style proportions like you remember was going on in Boston, what they're building back behind us here.
Yeah.
Whew, man, but you're going to be able to get everywhere quickly, I'll tell you that much. And these hotels are ready. They are ready. Another
couple 12s there.
Couple 12s, yeah. First double four-bagger of this game. And again, Cheyenne holds the queen seat, so she has to be double dipped. If you're just joining us, she's been holding on to that queen seat and staying warmed up here for about an hour. Hoaxang looking to get out of that loser's bracket final. Tammy and Junior Williams over there waving. Since they have time to wave, apparently they're not playing any longer. So I don't know how they did on the
did we start co-ed, I guess? Is
different
right?
divisions. No, I haven't heard the call yet.
It's not ready to start. They're just out there warming up. Kicks off in 5-10 minutes here. Tea time is noon.
Mm-hmm. Boy, and a couple of Cheyennes leaking out there to the upper left-hand corner. Oh, look at that. Martina says, thank God I'm finally able to take advantage of one there. So that's going to be, what, a 10 on 8. So she'll pick up a couple and tie it up. Double deuces. Oh, and then she follows it with that grimace-inducing leave to the right.
Ooh,
and another one. Right. A double grimace. It's like going to McDonald's on 2 consecutive days. Oh, and Cheyenne says, yeah, I feel bad for you. Let's make a game out of this. Now they're just playing bumper pool. Yeah, everybody came back and found the middle there, so that'll be a 10 on 8. Put Cheyenne back in the lead for the moment. Hoaxang up 14-4 over Cook as he continues to chip away at that loser's bracket final. Who else is out there watching? Let me know. Where are you? What are you doing today? I mean, I know what you're. If you're watching, I know what you're doing. What should you be doing? Dustin Arant. This makes the workday go by so much better.
I love it, Dustin.
Yeah, Shannon Roberts says, let's go Martina. Cheyenne for the win, says Louie. What up, everyone? Thomas Mosley. Martina has become a little more animated over this season. I would agree with that. You're absolutely right. I would say the same thing for you, Dustin. There was a period of time where we were like going to see if you were going to fog a pocket mirror because you were so, even if we figured your pulse rate was 4. So it's good to see you letting loose a little bit, my friend. And it's funny, the more she gets animated, I think the less her co-ed partner gets animated. Russell?
Oh, yeah. I'm watching some of the faces rolling in still.
Yeah.
They keep coming in.
There we go. That one drips in there.
They're piling up back there behind Why So Serious.
Yeah, which is dumb because they're going to make them all get out of there
I
because
know.
that's an exit there.
Exactly. I'm not sure why. I think he moved himself over because we had the tape down, but I had put them against the wall.
Mm-hmm.
But it still makes for a nice row. But they are going to probably end up getting yelled at and scolded. Won't be me that does it, though.
Yeah.
I'll let the house.
It's exactly what I said. Somebody should go over there and tell them. I guess it's somebody with a badge. As a Washington leaves the score knotted at 4s. Yeah, their campsite's going to have to move. That is probably something somebody's going to have to let them know. And the friends from Whole Nation are here. Obviously, Tracy and Rich got in last night and said, hey, we just got in. What are you guys up to?
Bed.
And I woke up this morning. Well, here's the thing. I didn't even see it when I came there. I woke up this morning and saw your response in bed. And I'm sure they're like, wah, wah.
Yeah, they went down to the bar and grabbed a couple of nice cocktails down there.
That's a nice bar.
It
down
is.
here. I
It
like
is.
it. Good food here at this place. Cheyenne's having a tough time finding that center. She knows it. Martina going to cut it. Oh, she didn't like it. I figured she was going to try to take advantage of that middle, but nice roll. That minimizes the damage right there. So
Yeah, but Martina takes the lead,
10
right?
on 8. Yep.
Little 6-4 action right now. Martina's going to be up a couple. Yeah, it is crazy. You're talking about this triple header, or triple play, or whatever you want to say.
Yeah. Triple header is probably a better way to say it.
But
Peoria,
yeah.
Vegas, and here in Erie.
Yep.
Boy. Martina will be the first one to tell you she's bummed out that she has perfected that shot. Good little clean up there. The point of the spear. She will not chase, I do not believe. Nope.
Yeah, Finn, besides maybe the Worlds and the Super Major in Owensboro, I'd have to believe that this weekend we got more states actively playing
Represented, yeah.
in an ACO Major all at once over anybody. Being out there in Peoria, I'm sure that we've got some players from Texas and Oklahoma. And
That was interesting. We were talking about this earlier. Well, me and my multiple personalities. Who decided Peoria versus here or here? Because, we're kind of,
Right.
You do have a choice if you're in a certain wedge of the country, which one to go to. And I've seen faces here I haven't seen in a minute. I saw Becky Hurt. She said she hadn't even been to a major since September.
well, she's taking care of that little baby.
Family,
That
all
dog.
kinds of family stuff going on. But she said yes, because you remember it was just Rex that was at the Super Major, if
Yep.
I'm not mistaken, in Mannheim. Cheyenne loses one off the backside. She doesn't seem happy with herself in the least. Martina going to come in and just play the smart play. Ooh, and that bag stayed pinched up on the front side. She didn't lose that off the front. But I would hustle down there and collect.
Martina got a penny back to take the lead again.
Yeah, but yeah, to your point about representation, and again, Vegas opening things up to the West Coast. We continue everything in service to the building of the West Coast towards the Medford, Oregon Worlds, not this year, but next. Just continuing to build out. Back in Thrownsboro, Kentucky this year for the World Championships, the final full week of July, not the final week that ends on the Saturday, which is the 1st of August. It's that July, 21st through the 25th. So everything in service to that this season, and then everything including two more majors between now and then in Medford at the Rogue X before we head that way for the Worlds for season 22.
That's going to be exciting.
Yep, big fun. I know Upland, California's got another opportunity for left coast players to get out there and be a part of it with a little bit of a shift for those who are going to Upland. They need to know about what Saturday.
Yeah, Saturday we can't tee off until noon. So instead of getting there at 7 a.m., you get there at noon and you'll be good to go. Some people might like that, Finn. They might get a chance to go out and explore the town a little bit more on that Friday evening.
Yep.
Yeah, there was a schedule conflict with the facility inside that they had an open house overlapping our normal start time, so we had to bump that start time a little bit back.
That's not a breakdown and set up again scenario, is it?
Unfortunately, it is.
Oh, is it really?
So yeah, but the equipment will at least be inside.
Yeah. Well, speaking of inside, Cheyenne drops one inside her other two that do not seem to want to give it. Oh, there goes. That one's going to have to go right. Oh, it's not. Look at it. It's almost vertical.
Yeah, she didn't.
How is that?
going in.
Oh, her
Nipped it.
near side bag has got it pinched just enough. Wow, I thought for sure that was going. But that's going to be, what, a 10 on 8 in the last frame. I'm sorry, a 12-10 last frame, 10 on 8 this frame. So Martina holds that slimmest of single leads.
They're going back and forth right now with these lead change by
Yeah,
a point, by a penny or two.
Yeah, round 15 underway. round 17 underway over in that seniors match. And huzzah, Kevin Cook.
Hanging tight. He's in there
Yeah,
still.
he's working his way back, 16-7. Hoaxang holds the slimmest of leads.
It's a nice airmail by Martina there.
Yeah, we've got
10-9, another lead change.
Yeah, how about that? New processes in work to try to get you some more information that we'll share with you both on screen and on the commentary. I've sort of been letting the guys in the truck make all of their tweaks and adjustments before I dove in. Suffice to say, I should be able to give you an idea of what's going on, for instance, in Peoria. Kayla Hape.
Well, how about that?
Down 14-0 to Danielle Akers. Ashley Irvin tied at 14 with Danielle Losey. Cindy Green up 20-6 over Joyce Bruck. Kim Baskins up 16-11 over Amanda Huey. And Cindy Seeley down 20-18 to Beverly Dodson. Just in case you were wondering what was going on in the women's in Peoria. How about me? I'm something.
Look at you go, Kat.
Yep. I am nothing if not about our man Ed and our education. Oh, and Cheyenne cracks open another one
is
there.
up 3 points now over Martina.
I am looking at upcoming games. Yes, I am. The Monster Blind Draw. Let's see what's going on over there. Four games currently underway.
A lot of names I actually don't even
recognize.
recognize.
I was just going to say,
like
some new names, new games. We love to see that, as always. See him on the Hoaxang Cook game, and now he's cut that lead in half. It's 18-9 as Martina leaves one up in
Bubenheim jumping on a
left field. Yeah, 5-point lead with another 12 on 10.
And she is in the queen seat, I believe, right?
She is. So she is a one and done or a double dip should she lose the first one. I see Tracy Pyle over there firing bags. That's always fun to see. Yeah, it's kind of cool. We've talked about this, but with the primetime live bags, it's kind of cool to see what Cheyenne said. I'm coming in. I'm coming to the ACO. I want to bring my bag company to. Whoa, yeah, that one. I think actually Martina blew on that one to make sure it made it up over the front lip.
Well, that's kind of what we were talking about before. That's the just boarded bag.
Mm-hmm. But she said, we're coming to the ACL. We're bringing primetime live bags. Welcomed with open arms. Love it. Jeremiah Ellis says, bringing my Vibe bags. Love it. Bringing the kids to help me sell them. Love it. Erica Bloomer and Bounty Bags coming in as part of the ACO family. And then as an extra way to say, hey, guys, I'm here. Making American Pacific Mortgage the official mortgage company of Cornhole. Oh, nice airmail there.
Haven't seen a lot of that this game from her.
Haven't seen a lot of airmails today at all. Oh, nice shot
and
there,
too. And go back to back.
Well, that's good, lawyer. Show bang. There's another one.
Now.
There it is. Bing, bang, bong.
That's prime time right there.
And she tried to do it to it, but she just lost
one another three.
The backside.
Three goes to Bubenheim.
That'll be a 10 on 7 there. Earns Cheyenne an extra 3, which seems to be the number of the weekend. Yeah. But no, I mean, Erica says, I'll knock a couple grand off your closing costs if you'll let me help you finance your first, second, or refinance your current home. So that's cool. So just love seeing that continued high-profile engagement. Ooh, that one was lucky to get up over the front of the board there for Martina. And that did what it needed to do. That reblock kicked that bag up to the left. Nicely done there, so she can go collect that if she wants to. And Cheyenne says, nah. You're going to have to go in and get it hard. She's going to try. Oh, just stacked it back up. She wanted to come in there and grab that corner, I think, and sneak it in between. Nice right to left cut. Martina's got a decision to make. Does she think she can run through this and pick something up, or just, no, she's going to step out. Look at that. Not going to go for the safe play to try to cut it right to left. She's coming in hot. Oh, and she loses it off the side. So that's going to be what, an 8 on 5. So that's another 3 spot. Puts Cheyenne on that 1 point away from being our women's champion here in Erie. As Martina got something left in her to pull back on this. Let's see what's happening. Did I lose the seniors? Oh, it looks like we're
might be finished. Might be down to the championship match.
Yep, I think upcoming games, completed games. Yeah, Hoaxang takes 21-9 over Kevin Cook, so he will be facing off here on center court in the not too distant future here. If Cheyenne has anything to say about it in that seniors final against Bob Vaunch, another returning name. Good to see Bob back throwing ACO.
Well, I knew when I saw Bob walking in the door that I at least was going to finish no better than second in the seniors.
Well, you were tied for 7th, I think, didn't you?
I got tied for 7th.
You get a mention on the taco.
I got a 3-2 record. That's what April was calling me out. She said, Gears, every time you play seniors, you are terrible.
Yeah.
I said every time I play cornhole, I'm terrible.
No, that's not true. You've gotten better. Heinerman and I were talking about that. You've gotten better, right? 20-12. A 12 on 9 puts 3 spot there in Martina's kit bag. She's got first bag now. Up the middle and in. Yep.
Oh, wow.
Open door policy. Another one. Yep. Look at that. Oh, and she nudged it just a little bit. Oh. What kind of right to left cut has Martina got here that she can? Oh, she's going to go for an airman.
Oh,
nice shot.
I love that shot.
I do love that. You mentioned it earlier. We hadn't seen a bunch of those. Great collect right there, slick side down.
That was actually a big bag.
Yeah, huge. Huge.
Gives up another 2.
Oh, photographer wants to talk to you. How about that? You got to go be famous, man. Go get him. All right, Frank, here's the cornhole, dude. Appreciate the time.
Pitching.
Yeah, oh, and yeah, you got to get over there and start pitching and pitching. All right, Frank, here's the cornhole, dude. Spent a little time here with the plebes at center court. 20-14 is where we find ourselves in a match that has been pretty hotly contested. Now we're in round number 23. As Mick Hoaxang awaits his opportunity to step to center court to fight Bob Vaunch for the Seniors Championship. We'll remind you that Hayden Parlett double-dipped Keith Covert earlier to win the Juniors Challenger. Bryce Jefferson took Juniors Premier in a one-and-done over Isaac Hurt. And right now, the women's final looks like it is going to go in a one-and-done to Cheyenne Bubenheim. She said, "Are you serious? Were you trying to airmail me to death right there?" And that's going to do it. Congratulations. Cheyenne Bubenheim throwing those primetime live bags. Takes down Martina Belt and will be our women's champion. She holds tight on that queen seat. And well played by all. Looks like everybody had a good time. Fun stuff. And the Seniors Championship is getting ready to take place right here on center court. Well done, Cheyenne Bubenheim. Holds the queen seat. Takes down Martina Belt. Women's champ here in Erie, Pennsylvania. You can watch Bob Vaunch take his warm-up shots here. Very patriotic bags there. So we'll wait for Mick Hoaxang to roll in here as he's been staying warm, and we'll have more action here from center court in Erie on the ACO Digital Network. Hang tight. We'll be right back. right. We took the pause that refreshes there to get ready for this seniors final, and we knew they weren't going to start without us because Mick was in there doing the same thing. All right, we're getting ready. It is the seniors championship. Bob Vaunch, who's had himself a pretty solid weekend, beat Kevin Cook, Lynn Miller, Rick Kyle, Junior Williams, and Tracy Hartzell to get here. Hoaxang had a even bigger gauntlet. Kevin Cook, Rex Urig, Lynn Miller, Matt Zolman, Kevin Yerke, Eric Moore, and David Jones. So now I've just got to figure out who's throwing what. Lucky Valor. Both of them throwing Lucky Valors. How about that? All right. Charlie must be very happy with that. Fitting the loudmouth for the ACO, the American Cornhole Organization. Glad to have you along for the ride here on the YouTube channel. If you're checking things out, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any upcoming content that we post to the page. And know that we have all kinds of great stuff. We have content available Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays as well. Taco Tuesday, of course, sort of the centerpiece linchpin of the week, where we go back and give you a recap of what we've been doing and give you a preview of what we're going to be doing and where you could be going to do it with us. So we'd love to have you along for the ride there as well. That's Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Western, the Taco, TACO, Talking ACO. I will be your host with the Cornhole dude, Frank Gears. Lots more to tell you about over the course of this weekend, but mainly about our winners, Hayden Parlett, who won the Juniors Challenger, Bryce Jefferson, Juniors Premier, Cheyenne Bubenheim, just held that Queen's seat and took the Women's Championship, and Lucky Valor's getting ready to fly out of both hands for both of these boys, and by boys I mean seniors juggernauts. Mick Hoaxang, Bob Vaunch. Bob Vaunch holds the King's seat, and he will have first bag here on center court, the Bayfront Convention Center, Erie, Pennsylvania. Don't forget, we're also throwing and rolling in Peoria and in Weston Lake, Las Vegas. We are ready to roll when you are, boys. Exchange those taters and let's get it done. Greg Hunter checking in on the chat. Love to know where you're watching from, what you're doing, or what you're supposed to be doing besides watching and listening to Cornhole. They have hit start on the game. They have exchanged taters, ready to go. Bob has one sitting a little bit out to the left side, but I think both of these could still be gettable. And as you know, if you know anything about our seniors division, this is a division that is not afraid to employ the airmail. And as we mentioned, how few of them we had seen over the course of the juniors and women's division, we are very likely to see quite a few air shows before all is said and done here. We get the first one under our belt. That's going to be 10-8. Bob Vaunch takes the early 2-0 lead. Every once in a while, I keep thinking these guys are looking over here and asking me a question, but I forget that the scoreboard's down there at their feet where they can see in front of the broadcast table. So I'm always ready to answer a question they're not asking me. Philip Barnett's doppelganger just walked in. I haven't ever seen one of those. My man, the Mississippi Ninja, he is out in Vegas this weekend as Vaunch steps out to the right, pins Hoaxang's bag up. Mick's got a choice to make right now. Is he going to try to cut it right to left, or is he going to go up and over? Up and over. There it is. As promised, the air show, they're going to give it an attempt. These might not all get off the runway or make a perfect landing, but you will definitely see some airmails fly, and that'll be, I do believe, an 8-on-8, so a couple snowmen to get us into round 3. Zach's Graphics in the house, one of our bag makers. Why So Serious Cornhole, another one of our bag makers. Average Joe's Cornhole. Our third and final on this triple header weekend for the ACO. These guys are nothing if not consistent down the middle. Bob, an OG of the ACO. Mick, relatively new within the last 5-6 years, I think, and he and his brother Rick have made quite a splash. I'm going to step out and try to cut this thing right to left. I don't think he's going to try the airmail. Oh, and he tried to cut it right to left, left it up top, so a couple of washing 10s move us on to the next frame. Southern Indiana, the home of BTB. Bob is a local and a great guy, no doubt about it. Yeah, no matter which way you turn your head, except perhaps south this weekend, you'll find cornhole played at a very high level between, or I should say among, Erie, Peoria, Vegas. Then we head to Shreveport, Bossier next weekend for the Pro Series Skins, number 3 for the season. That'll be big fun. Great food at that one as always. Bob sneaks one in there, leaving Mick's alone. Mick going to try to grab it, and he does. Nice clean up there. Double 4-bagger? Yeah, probably. Oh, and I'm sorry about that, Mick. My bad. 12 on 10. That's going to cost him another couple. So what did I say there? We got Shreveport, Bossier next weekend. Then I think Upland, California. We've still got an entirely brutal schedule set up between now and the end of May, where we wrap things up in Branson, Missouri, as we typically do. It'll be our 4th Pro Series Skins, but we've got England still in there for the ACO Europe. We've got Canada in there for the Canadian Classic. Going to be the center of a big food and live music festival, actually, in PEI, Prince Edward Island, Charlottetown, Canada. Big fun, trying to figure out how to get to that one myself. Bob did a little favor there for Mick. Pretty much come in there and clean all that up. One of the two of them will. Probably Bob. Yes, he does. Oh, no 4th bag blues on that one for Hooksang. He's going to go ahead and double 4-bagger that one. That's a social. Unfortunately, right now, all I have to toast with is Diet Dr. Pepper, but it's early in the day. There's a Bloody Mary calling my name about 30 feet away. Nothing good happens after noon. Isn't that the saying? Oh, and he glued one to the pile, did Mick. Bob just happy to let those live, knowing that he's got the best angle coming in here on the, what'll be his 4th bag. Oh, up and over, and there it is. Oh, and it was just too good. It was too clean. He tried to get that drag. He'll do it again, no doubt. Roll and cut around. Nicely played. Good drip bag in there. Mick going to go up there and try another airmail drag. Oh, and he kicks it off to the side. Bob's got what? That's an 8 on 5, looks like. Yeah, I do believe it is 8 on 5. So that puts Bob Vaunch, the king seed holder in the seniors division. My boy Keith Jackson over there. Bloody Mary is a good hangover drink. That's exactly right. I don't even have a hangover. I just want to start one. Nothing new after 2. Is that 2 a.m., Daniel, or is that 2 p.m.? Oh, good God, you scared me to death. I'm going to start calling you the ninja. So were you on the TV? Were you famous over there?
Famous indeed. Famous indeed. Erie now.
Oh, nice.
So what do we got?
Bob has jumped all over, but it's weird to say jumped all over because he very quietly opened up this lead, but I think that's going to take us, what was that, 12s? Yeah, double 12s. You scared me to death.
Coming off of double 5s?
No, coming off of 8 on 5.
Oh, 8 on 5.
Yeah, so, but he's very quietly jumped all over Mick here. Now, Mick was in, we saw him in the anterior room, if you will, and he said, I just hope to give him a good game. I said, that's not exactly how Frank put it when he played Bob, or when he was when he saw Bob's name on there. He goes, I just hope to give him a good game. Frank said, I know I'm coming in at least second. So, but yeah, we did predict, and we have already seen many more. Remember, you were commenting on not having seen a lot of airmails so far, but yeah, we've seen quite a few attempts and some that were thrown too well. So there's an opportunity. Bob has left the gate open now for Hoaxang to come in there and just can stay consistent to that middle. He picks up his first 2.
Grabs a couple there. 7-2 in favor of Mr. Bob Vonch.
So now, what did Erie now want with you? What were they curious about?
They were just curious about who we are, man. What we're all about. I mean, we're all about cornhole, right?
I heard something about that. I wondered what this C stood for.
Actually, all about fun. We're all about fun.
Right.
Cornhole's just a side gig.
Yeah, that's just the delivery system.
No, it is a lot of fun, and as you were talking earlier, Finn, letting the audience know that we are in 3 different cities this weekend.
Yeah,
all across the country, east to west.
I said no matter which way you turn your head, except maybe south, you're going to find top tier cornhole being played all the way around you.
I'm going to find out that stat, though, to find out how many different states were represented competing this weekend in the ACO. I bet that's probably around 25 to 26, I'm thinking at least. So more than half the states in the U.S. probably competing.
More than half the country, and you really can't count Hawaii. So it's definitely more than half on 49. So Bob grabs another 2 spot there with a 12 on 10, 9-2. Mick getting some coaching from the Peanut Gallery.
No, I think we got co-ed going on now too, man.
Well, there's one way to find out.
Let's see what we got going on live action over there. What are the big names out there competing? Who's our 1 seed over there, maybe?
I don't know. We've got Michael and Maddie Walsh playing Josh and Mia Covert. Kaz Barkley and Jamie Smith partnered up against Mackenzie and McKenna Kopp. Junior and Tammy Williams up 8-0 over Tracy Pyle and Todd Straub. Daniel Wine and Kendall Cox up 15-6 over Isaac Hurt and Elena Gonzalez. You know, Isaac bringing Elena Smiley
bringing along.
Yeah, bringing her along. Phil Parlett and Marcy Parlett.
Gosh, I think Elena and Isaac been a thing for a half a year, I bet.
A team?
Yeah. I think it might be boyfriend, girlfriend, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, they are. But that's been longer than 6 months.
You think it's longer than 6 months?
Them playing together, though, I think has been just most recently. So, yeah, I'm going to change some stuff up over here, and that way.
We got a score 9-4 here in favor of Bob Vonch over Michael.
Picked up 2 on that last frame there, 10-8. Do-do-do. Do-do-do. And I do like, they're both throwing Lucky Valors, but I do like the fact that they have different designs. I'm a big fan of that.
Yes, indeed.
Mm-hmm.
9-9. Nick has made a nice comeback, but leaves the bag left of the hole.
Yeah. We've seen a little bit of that. We saw some of that in the women's final. Martina would make a great finish on a frame and then just leak one out to the right and get in her own head just a little bit. But there have been some nice recovery shots, some great aggressive play. Seen some great comments for those who are watching on the YouTube channel as well that, you know, sometimes if you're watching at home, you're seeing things that I'm not even seeing. here. And somebody pointed out that, and it might have been Dustin Arant, that Isaac doesn't seem to be playing as much defense as he used to. He put that low blocker in there knowing he was going to go push it through later, but he doesn't seem to be doing that as much. His style, his bag choices, all sorts of things have really morphed over the last 2 to 3 seasons. So that 12 on 10
grabs Bob a couple points.
Yeah, puts Bob back on top, 11-9. Mackenzie and McKenna Kopp are still over Kaz Barkley and Jamie Smith in co-ed. Barnett, I guess, is in Vegas. He reached out and said, "What do you say there, partner?" And I'm thinking, oh, he chose 90 degrees over 38 degrees. I see how he is. He'd much rather be sitting where you're sitting. I know that for a fact. As a couple of Washingtons keep the score 11-9. Mick knows he missed an opportunity right there. Fourth bag Blues. I don't know how it is, but every single time I look up, no matter what city we're in, Jamie Smith and Jordan Kirk somehow are always playing on the courts right next to each other. It's like the kids that never want to be separated in grade school. Well, I want to sit at their table.
I'll tell you what, man, I don't know how many events they travel to in a year, but they travel to quite a few
it's
ACO
a bunch.
events.
Well, I even
man.
looked up today when they came in. I go, "What are you doing here?" They go, "I know, we drove halfway across the country. We're going to Upland, too." I said, well, I won't see you in Upland, but I'll see you in Shreveport. All right, we'll be there.
So I did find out talking to Jamie today, because I grabbed her for an interview with one of the reporters that came in from one of the local news stations, and I didn't know she works for Blue Cross Blue Shield.
Who does? Jamie Smith?
Jamie, yeah.
Oh, I thought she was a school teacher.
No.
Oh, and Mick tried to gather at least one of those back, but unfortunately unable to do that. So that's going to cost him 4, I do believe. That'll be a 12 on 8. Puts Bob up 15-9 in a one-and-done scenario for him. So Blue Cross Blue Shield, no kidding.
Yeah, occasionally you find something new about somebody. I did today. That was my new factoid.
Yep.
Ooh, Bobby pushes one to the left pretty badly.
Bob says, I don't want to rest before my next rounds. I want to keep this game going. Come on. And I see Isaac and Elena over there now, so that must have been a quick finish. Oh, that one's going to go.
I tell you, Mick is going to pick up quite a few points this round. Maybe might be a 4 spot here coming his way.
Yeah, the Mickey Mouse ears are up there to use as bumpers. So, oh, goodness.
Well, I don't know if he can trickle it in.
Yeah, that one's going to fall, though. So
he might be able to get it without grabbing that.
Well, that would be huge. Nah, that's your
4
spot. Yep.
Yeah, Bob had built a little bit of separation, and just like that, it's back to a 2-point game here. Enjoying our time in Erie, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, this Bayfront Coliseum is awesome. It's connectivity to the hotels all around, and all, like I said, all the new construction that's being done to celebrate this Bayfront. It's a really great, spectacular sunrises. Then when the fog layer rolled in last night, I was like, are we in a Twilight Zone episode?
Dude, that was
crazy.
Weird. That was absolutely weird.
Like a Stephen King
it was
novel.
Cool. I liked it kind of, but it was just weird. It was different.
The number of Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald references I heard later in the evening was not unwarranted. Bob Vaunch up the middle. That's going to be a double 4-bagger. Cheers, social. But no, yeah, all good stuff. Oh, right on. So now you can see the match history to see who had to get through who to get here. Very nice.
A couple of few new things that we've got.
Yeah.
We're working on behind the scenes. Always trying to make this game bigger and better for our players and our fans.
And it's a little extra education for those of you who are watching. I know he's grinning ear to ear over that. Nice cleanup there from Hoaxang.
Once again, give a little call out to the 3 bag partners that are here in the building right now with Average Joe's Cornhole, Zach's Graphics, and Why So Serious. So thanks again to our bag partners, all of them across the country that are engaged with the ACO.
And there it is. He's going to let him knot that thing up. Boy, he had Mick right where he wanted him, and just in the last 3 rounds has let him off the proverbial hook. Let's see, have they gotten underway in Vegas yet? They're probably just now getting started.
I imagine that just now would be getting started. Because they don't
Seniors
start till 9.
Yep, Seniors is underway.
Michael Mann.
Philip Barnett is up over Scott Swenson, 13-2.
Whoa, what?
What? That's all right. Scott will talk his ear off until he's down 14-13. Dave Whitehead is down to Michael Mann, 15-12. Ross Moore running all over David Henry, 19-0. And Chad Harris up over Andy Darkins, 5-0. Let's see what else is happening here. Oh, man, look at that. I can go into everything from here. That's amazing. All right, so that's going to be, 15-15 is going to become 17-15 as the king seat holder, Bob Vaunch, puts his thumb back down on the scale and adds another couple. Let's see what's going on in the Weston Lake women's division out in Vegas. Caressa Kerr, everything's still getting ready to get underway, but she's going to be, let's see, Carrie Beth Mitchell's out that way, Jessica Clark, Kim Jackson as always.
What happened out there in Peoria?
Let's see, I'll find out what if anything is going on in Peoria, which I know it is. Let's look at that completed women's right now. Deb Smith over Kayla Hape. Ashley Irvin took down Kim Baskins as Mick gives up another 2 here locally in Erie. Heather Ellis over Cindy Green. Maggie Geiger over Aspen Raykemper. Kenna Rubison over Kelly Burnt. Beverly Dotson fell to Kelly Naylor. Jamie Dunn took down Rihanna Hodge for that most recent round. So, yeah, that's awesome. I love being able to go into all the different cities that we're in with the touch of a button. Take a look at
Got some new toys we're working with.
It's good stuff.
Got a good game here on center court in the 20th round here, 19-15. Bob Vaunch over Mick.
How long's been Bob been an OG, ACO OG? Pretty much first couple seasons?
I'm going to say 15 years
15
is probably what I'm guessing.
Of the 21, a double 4-bagger there.
Bob Vaunch is quite the hunter, too. That's one of his favorite things to do in the past time. I got a chance to see some pictures of his trophy room. And
oh, does he do the mounting heads on the wall
thing? He's a mounter.
Well, let's
rephrase
anybody
that.
that just tuned in, don't get us wrong. But you know what he's going to need to do is mount a little comeback here on this. Oh, Mick, just let him off the hook. He's going to lay in behind. Oh, no, he got around it. I thought he was going to lay in behind that and pinch it and then try to come through and force Mick to make a mistake. Wow. This is going to be a double, a 10 and a 10, I do believe. Oh, he opened the door. Mick's got an opportunity to come in here and steal a couple back. And he does. It's going to be a 10 on 8. So Michael Hook saying, trying to fight back to get to force it to a game 2. Again, Bob Vaunch holds the king seat. He's a one and done.
We got 1917.
Yep. Mick's got some work to do here. And Bob, all he has to do is use those bumpers provided, which he has, and that should do it. He's just got to finish it off, and he does, and
Finishes
that's going to be
strong.
it. He's got a championship under his belt now, does Bob Vaunch, and we've had quite a few one and dones out of the King and Queen seat today. All except for Juniors Challenger, everybody has been a one and done. So congratulations. We'll add Bob Vaunch's name to the one and dones with Cheyenne Bubenheim, who won women's earlier over Martina Belt. Bryce Jefferson wins over Isaac Hurt in Juniors Premier, and Hayden Parlett double-dipped Keith Covert earlier. But it was easy to predict that Lucky Valors was going to win the seniors division because they were both throwing them today. Congratulations, Bob Vaunch, 21-19. Was that right? 21-17.
I think it's 17.
21-17 was the final there. Yep, certainly was. So congratulations. I know there is co-ed action going on. We'll be moving some games over here to center court. We're going to cut here with the commentary, but we'll leave some games. We'll come back in a little bit and restart with a new stream so you get a new notification. That way you're not having to hunt and peck and search all over the place. You don't have to be as good a hunter as Bob Vaunch to find what you're looking for. So that's where things stand here at the Bayfront Convention Center, Erie, Pennsylvania. Again, Erie, Peoria, and Vegas, a triple play weekend for the ACO, the American Cornhole Organization. Enjoy it. It's going to be happening all day today, all day and into the evening tomorrow. And it's all good stuff from center court back to Erie in just a few minutes with a fresh stream for your viewing pleasure on the ACO Digital Network.
You know damn well I was in the field, and I was just trying to lay around and just kind of keep it. Yeah, he thought I was in the field. Hey, run off backwards in the pond.
Yeah.
This is my second tournament with them bags.
Is that it?
Really?
Yeah. Well, I played with them. I practiced with them a little bit of the night in the garage, and my garage floor got kind of dirty, so I washed them. Yeah, he thought I was running off in the pond again. But I'm blessed. Good day. I was blessed to get to win that one. It really feels good. And I ain't kidding. Bob's going to kill me. I know he is. But he's got a bad accent. I don't know where he got it at.
This could go on all night if we allowed it.
Well, we can.
All right.
Kathy, Philip wants a pumpkin roll, honey.